Alright, play a little Red Dead 2 before we go off to make some dough. This is going to be part 22 of the Red Dead series. I just want to clarify something about the plot of the game before we go forward. I was under the impression that when I first started playing this game that Red Dead 2 was going to be taking place after Red Dead 1. Or the first Red Dead Redemption, I guess I should say. That world seemed like an older, more primitive world. The one in Red Dead 1 compared to this game anyways. Like you look at the towns in comparison between Red Dead 1 and Red Dead 2, and the ones in Red Dead 1 seem smaller, less populated. But I think that's just more of a graphical limitation. I guess I should have done a little bit of research, but Red Dead 1 actually takes place in the early 1900s, whereas this game takes place in 1899. So it's actually even older, and although we don't get to play the character of John Marston, we kind of get to chronicle. This is like a prequel to John Marston. The John Marston in our gang is the John Marston, and then obviously his girlfriend and his son are the same wife and son that we see in Red Dead Redemption. But, you know, this game kind of follows the Van der Linde gang and chronicles kind of the history of the Van der Linde gang, basically from their downfall onwards. So this game kind of starts off with the mention of the botched robbery attempt in Blackwater. And that's kind of like the starting point of the downfall for the Van der Linde gang. So, and then we get to play all the events after that, and we kind of get to see what happens. But this is all before the first Red Dead Redemption. I think in the past I have said the opposite, that this is after the first Red Dead. It's not true. Any quick Red Dead Redemption 2 search will show you that. And I mean, I've seen lots of videos and read lots about Red Dead 2, and I just never really picked up on that. That's why I was so confused when we saw the John Marston in this game. And, you know, now a lot of the characters in camp make more sense. You know, I found out like Bill Williamson and Javier and stuff are returning characters. Well, that makes sense to me now because they were... if I remember correctly, like Marston knew them from the Van der Linde gang in the first game. That's how he mentioned knowing them in the first game. That's how he said he was acquainted to them through the gang. And in Red Dead 1, he talks a lot about being in that gang. There's a really key conversation he has in the first Red Dead about talking about being in the Van der Linde gang, and you know, he had to leave, etc. So that definitely made figuring all of this out, everything kind of started clicking for me. It's been a few years since I played the original Red Dead on the PS3, and so it took a little while for me for everything to click, but we should be good to go now. We are at the Braithwaite Manor. We just escaped from the Braithwaite Manor. We have a Bow mission, a Lenny mission. We got to go help Jeremiah Compson and Margaret, which is just a little bit north of that as well. So let's get out of this area. I don't want to be here any longer. I don't want security to tell me to get out or start shooting at me or something. We'll ride well north of Rhodes. We'll head up to that Margaret mission. We'll find the final animal that we have to get from Margaret. I think it's an actual lion. We'll bring it back to him, and then we can tackle the Jeremiah Compson, and then maybe head back to camp. That Beau Gray mission is certainly going to be... Man, I gotta get out of here. Certainly going to be probably the next big kind of story mission, just like this was. So you can see I'm passing by chewing tobacco and that on the ground. They're obviously growing tobacco products. I gotta get my horse here. Yeah, the whole Red Dead universe makes so much more sense now that all of these pieces starting to click together. I started remembering things about John Marston and the first Red Dead.
Hey there.
I like to do a little bit of research before I play games, but I also kind of like to go into them as blind as I possibly can, just for impression's sake. Well, there's security.
Shit, what the hell you doing? You can't be here. You get out of here, right? Yeah, keep on moving, keep on.
It's hard, you know, because with a game like this, you really want to get immersed into the universe, into the game, and you know, I've definitely lost myself in video games before, but you know, it depends on, you know, if you're playing any other video games at the time and just what you have going on in your life in general. Because if you got a lot going on, it's hard to kind of stay focused from time to time in remembering everything that's going on. I mean, it's so expansive, and this is not the only game that I play at a given time, so
Whoa, easy.
that's why I tend to play it in longer chunks, because it takes a while to kind of, for your brain to kind of adjust. Anyways, it takes maybe 15-20 minutes of playing to really get into it to begin with. But boy, oh boy, is this game immersive. And I'm pretty much, it's being suggested to me that it's only going to get better too, which is pretty crazy.
Slow up now.
So back in the Rhodes area, but we're riding north of Rhodes for now. I don't think we really need to grab anything in town. There's one thing that I've been meaning to do for a while that I just have not really done, and that's...
Go drink some moonshine, you damn louse!
Yeah.
You get off our land, goddamn! Same goes for you, you sons of bitches! Get back here and face us on the man, you I wouldn't hang out by me! Stranger on the hunt! Thinking about here? Out of the way! Move it, goddammit! Who are you? What are you doing here?
I was just passing through. Don't mean to intrude on your politics.
Damn jackass.
One more thing, fellas. Just a thought. Maybe next time, take your head out of your ass and you might see the damn Braithwaite before he hops over.
What the hell?
Jesus! We're not really supposed to be using our guns in and around the Rhodes area, so I'm gonna jet out of here. I mean, he started it.
You're okay. Yeah.
I was just being brutally honest with the guy. So yeah, one thing that I wanted to do for a long time is repair some of my guns. I purchased a bunch of gun oil a while back.
Now, come on.
I just need to go through and clean a few of them. See, that's not good because I just got into an altercation with the Greys. But I mean, it's true. Like, they were fairly rude to me, not realizing that I'm their sheriff to begin with, pretty much. So I thought I'd come back with a Snyder mark. Antagonize them was the option. Again, kind of unfamiliar territory. We might have rode through this area once or twice before, but we're going kind of far north of Rhodes and Saint Denis, pretty much to Emerald Ranch is where we're going right now. And I mean, we've been doing things there for a long time. We did things there 10 parts ago, 15 parts ago, so.
Yeah.
It's been a while. There's all kinds of crazy stuff in this game. There's a vampire, there's this ghost mission, there's UFOs. I mean, it's your typical Rockstar game. If you look at something like Grand Theft Auto, where there's some pretty interesting missions, memorable ones.
Yeah. Easy. Go.
I guess this is a situation where it might have been easier to go to the stagecoach and roads and just fast travel to Emerald Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think this is it over here, no? Would appear so.
There we go.
So we need to search Emerald Ranch for the lion. Now this could be interesting.
Caught him trapped in here.
Oh, Jesus.
I got it in the barn. Boy, boy. I should go and get my repeater. Hold your side. I am holding it. Hold yours.
Damn, I can't go in there.
Did you see its teeth? I saw its claws.
go in there.
That's enough for me.
What's the ruckus, boys?
Get back! We got a cursed creature in here.
Oh, yeah?
It's as big as a mule and as mean as a hellcat.
It looked like a lion to me.
That's a dog in there.
Dog?
Now, if you'll excuse me. Step aside.
What?
I said step aside.
It's legitimately gonna be a lion. No doubt about it, it's gonna actually be a lion.
Yeah, boy.
Jesus.
Didn't look like no dog.
Come here, boy. Let's go.
Oh Christ, Arthur.
Look what you done! Look what you done!
Son of a bitch.
Oh,
I'll take care of this.
Christ.
Easy there, girl.
To the stables. I thought the first person might work out there. Nah, we went into the barn looking for the lime. Didn't quite go as planned though. And I still am only bringing my pistol with me. Jesus.
Sweet mother. Easy, boy. Easy. Shit!
Inform Margaret of the lion's fate, so that's good. That mission is complete, and I'm definitely gonna take a trophy.
Shot the thing! Is it dead? I pray that thing's a goner. Whoever owned that beast's got some answering to do.
I was gonna say that mission could take a weird turn just because Emerald Ranch, we've been told, is quite an interesting place. We've never really had anything crazy or strange happen ourselves here, though. So I was thinking that that mission was gonna kind of lead into revealing some more about Emerald Ranch, but it was crazy in its own right. Thank God I didn't have to do the quick draw. He just automatically drew the guns. I guess obviously the lion wasn't about to quick draw me, so. Okay, so that should change the map markers a little bit. We should be able to just go down and because the next part of the mission is like a new mission in itself. To go back and see Margaret is something separate. You know, you don't have to go back to see him to complete the mission. We can ride down to Jeremiah Compson first, do his mission, and then go back. Actually, you know what? Margaret is actually a little bit further or closer. So we might as well go see him first, complete that end of the mission, and then go a little bit further south for Jeremiah Compson.
Yeah. Easy. Ah.
There's been a few situations where the first person, you know, I pulled it out and it ended up working out well, but I don't know. I still always go back to third. Got a homestead down here. Thought I might investigate.
Don't be shy, partner. No such thing as a stranger here.
Hello, sir.
Well, you look like you need to take a load off.
Well, ain't this a rare treat? Why didn't you
The
tell me
hell?
we had guests coming? I'd have fixed myself up nice.
Oh, now you know you look perfect, princess.
I ain't no guest, miss. I'm just passing through.
Oh, nonsense. Well, come on in. Rest a while. And we got food on the stove and a bottle of the good stuff we've been saving.
It's decided then. I'm gonna go freshen up.
I appreciate the offer, but I best be on my way.
Oh, come on now. How you gonna turn down a hot meal and good company? I'll go open that bottle.
Okay, so maybe stopping at this homestead was not a great idea. Should I have my knife out or something?
Hey, there he is. Come on in. Come on.
Okay.
I hope she ain't primping for hours up there. We'll never eat. Go check on her, will you?
Oh no.
Well, just go hurry her up a little. She won't listen to me.
What happens if I search the cabinets? Is that...
She won't.
It's probably rude to do in his presence. I should maybe
Would you just
try and
pop your
steal
head around
some
the
valuables
door?
from upstairs
We
if I
won't
get the
be eating
chance.
till Christmas.
Well, at least see if there's anything valuable up here. If there's like a money clip in here or something, that could be a useful find. We got some cocaine gum. That'll help our stamina. Some cigarettes. That'll help our deadeye. Now the only thing is I have to close all the drawers. Oh, and because that was a new pack of premium cigarettes, I found a cigarette card in there too. Handy. We have a chest here. We got nothing useful.
Sick sons of bitches.
Okay, so obviously there is some sick stuff happening here. What?
Well, look who it is. You are hungry, ain't you?
Is this guy gonna come up from behind and like hit me or something?
It's all right. Looking ain't a crime. You go on and have a seat at the table. I'll be down in a minute.
Something bizarre is going on here. Like something really
Sheila.
bizarre.
Be down in just a minute.
Woohoo! That is what I like to hear. Hey, now pull up a chair, partner. Well, hey!
Hey!
I'm not gonna pass up a free meal.
One of them moments you wish could last forever.
Well, like I said, I can't stay for long.
Now look at us, like a couple of old friends. Ah, it's a short life, but a merry one.
Here we are, all the fixings. I hope you boys left some room in your trousers.
That smells delicious. The food don't smell too bad neither.
Oh, stop it, you! How do you like it?
It's good. Different.
It's human meat, I bet.
That meat is so tender.
You know
Oh
what? This place
my God,
used
no
to be a pig
way.
farm when we was kids. Before we lost our ma and pa. Horrible business.
Horrible.
But we still got each other, ain't that right, honey?
Their
pie?
brother and
We still
sister.
know how to have a hog killing time.
There. There, that's for you.
I gotta go.
There.
Please get me out of here.
Where are my manners? Drinks.
Yeah, I could definitely use a drink.
Yeah, I could definitely use a drink. I gotta dip. Oh, and now I'm drunk? You gotta be
I doubt
kidding
he
me.
needs that. Let's loosen you up some more.
No. I gotta go.
Come on,
I'm
honey.
leaving.
I appreciate the hospitality, folks, but I best be on my way.
No, already? I thought we was gonna have some fun together. Oh,
Okay, there's welcoming, and then there's whatever you two are.
Love thy neighbor as thyself, partner.
For real?
he's just a boring old stick in the mud.
I'm just gonna leave now.
Well, we still can enjoy ourselves, princess.
Okay, bye guys. What the hell was that? Arthur is questioning the meaning of life right now.
Yeah!
Okay, onwards and forwards. Hey, there's my little catchphrase that I haven't used in a while. Onwards and forwards.
Whoa!
Alright, so here's Margaret up here. Sorry, Margaret.
Odysseus returns. Sally, get the cages ready.
Odysseus.
Yes, sir, Mr. Margaret, right away.
Man-eating lion. You didn't think that it might be useful for me to know that this time the animal was actually real, you moron?
Steady on. I clearly stated that we were looking
You
for...
haven't clearly stated anything in all the time I've known you. That could have been a goose for all I
A
know.
goose will hardly get them to their feet for the curtain call. Bring on the king of the beasts, on the other hand, and they feel the roar. And they, well, look about as surprised as you do. What have you done with him, if you don't mind me asking?
I killed him. He's dead.
Bloody hell! This is Rommel, boy.
Well, it was him or me. Now, pay me.
Yes, of course, of course. I have just the thing. And what a treasure it is! You're a lucky man, sir. Very lucky man. From the mines of El Dorado, as green as the rainforest, as clear as the Amazon, and as dear as all the gold in the Andes. One man's labor is but a trifle compared to this jewel's true value. Wait! I shouldn't. What would Daddy say?
Your daddy ain't here, and we had a deal.
Yes, of course. A promise is a promise. Sally, get the wagons moving.
Ain't we waiting for the lion?
He's in the great hunting ground in the sky. Good day, sir, and thank you. But we really must
The great
be getting
hunting ground in the
I won't
sky.
keep you. So long.
So long, Mr. Morgan. Next time you see me, I'll be topping the bill, I promise. Or at least I'll be on the bill.
Oh, that's cool. Good for her. Can't imagine female rights were a thing in this time period, so good for her to, you know, be challenging the norm and wanting to become the next big circus leader. So that mission is completed in full. And what did we get out of it? What is this diamond jewel? It's an emerald, a large emerald, a gift from Margaret the animal handler. It must have value. I wonder if I can take it to the fence, the guy that bought my gold bar. For now, let's do the Jeremiah Compson mission. I can't really remember the Jeremiah Compson. Okay, break into Jeremiah Compson's house and recover his possessions. I believe he was the guy on the bench in Rhodes who is homeless. He said he had everything taken from him, but he still has some of his possessions at a house. We're in the area already, thanks to the Margaret mission, so we might as well go do it. See, that little stranger encounter that we just had in that house, that's just a random homestead that I randomly visited. There was no active map marker saying, hey, there's a mission here, because it's not a mission. It was just like a side cutscene, sort of. And that's really cool. I didn't even know that, like, it's like everywhere you go, there's some sort of interactivity. It's not...
Help me? Please
Oh,
help
jeez.
me. A damn horse died on me and my legs hurt and I need to get home.
Be happy to. Get on.
Oh, you kind, mister.
If we look at our
If
morality,
he be
it's
so kind to take me to LeGras,
or whatever it
that's
is.
where I'm from. That's where my people is from. Hey, you going backwards.
Easy, easy.
Sorry. Damn, you want to go all the way over here? I have never even been to this town. Well, I guess there's a first time for everything.
Yeah.
Don't normally trust no outside man. No offense, mister. Just don't trust him much.
I haven't really done a whole lot of exploring outside of like the mission markers. So I've just been doing missions as they
I don't
come.
trust him much either.
You seem like a
Kind of
horse rider, yeah, your whole life, I bet. Horse don't help much in LeGras, no. Neither horse can swim fine as a duck, be much more used to us. Last horse we bought got his foot stuck in the mud, gator came and ripped his leg off. The horse just
Jesus.
wobbling in the water, another gator came and took the other leg. Then the
Oh
horse
my
fell and
God.
died for a part-timers could come by with a rifle on him. And there's no word of lie.
Easy. Sure it's the horse that's the problem? Maybe you should be worrying about the gators. Where was it? LeGras?
Well, that's how life is. Bet
So
you travel
LeGras.
a lot. You a fool. Can't find yourself no home to live and grow and dying if you always moving. Can't build no roots down. Can't grow nothing up. Always moving is no good.
Maybe I don't want roots. How about that? I'm not looking to settle.
You think when was the last time you spent the week in the same bed? How long ago was that? I asked you. Bet it was a long time. No offense. But I bet it's been a long time for you. We getting close. Don't dawdle now.
Yeah!
Okay, here's good. Thank you, mister. Please let me give you this on account of you being so kind.
Silver emblem
Hope I
ring. It's not
never
bad.
have
I'll be
be
able to
on
get a
that
couple
horse
bucks
again,
out of
dang
it.
Animals.
Basically, those missions are basically you're an Uber driver. So this is LeGras. This is a place that we have not been to yet. There's only one map marker in the town, which is a bait shop where we can go and get different bait. I should maybe stop by here, see if I can get myself a better lure to catch some of these legendary fish. But it looks like basically just a fishing town, and it's kind of in the Blue Water Marsh area. And it's, I believe, based on, okay, well, here, the Bayou, right? In New Orleans, they have the Bayou. Well, in Saint Denis here, this is actually a fictional recreation of New Orleans. And of course, so then we have the Bayou up here, and that's kind of where LeGras is, just north of everything. But, you know, that gator story that she told, definitely true. And we're going to not want to not keep our horses anywhere in this area because of it. But very marshy, very swampy. There'll definitely be different kinds of wildlife around here compared to what we're used to in places like Valentine and Strawberry. We ain't in Kansas no more. So tackle sold here. I'm not a big fan of buying tackle.
I have a
Oh,
fresh
Jesus.
supply of crawfish bait. You won't find better nowhere.
Can I sell anything to you? Nah. So she sells mostly stuff for like baiting and tackle and hunting
You
and that
must be
kind of a
interested.
thing.
I see you eyeing it. Don't be shy.
I believe I have the lake lure. I don't know if I have. I'm gonna get all of these lures: the swamp lure, the river lure, the lake lure.
Okay then.
Oh, I can buy multiple of each. Interesting. She sells like cover scent location used to block human scent, reduces animal detection. When you hunt, you actually have
I'm
to try
always
and
looking
hunt
for new
like
stock of that.
downwind so that they can't get your scent. You actually emit a scent in this game that the animals can pick up on and kind of use that to their advantage. What else you got here? Horse Reviver. I think I'm one load on that, so I'm gonna grab one of those off of you. I like to support local businesses. Might as well fill up on the lake lure and the swamp lures in case I lose them for whatever reason. And then let's buy these special lures. Special lake lure, special river lure, and special swamp lure. It's a lot of money, but once I sell that emerald, I should be able to make quite a bit back to go towards the camp.
Equipment, what do you expect to catch, huh?
We've gone fishing a few times, and I imagine there's going to be more fishing missions that we can do with like Javier and Charles and the rest of the guys back at camp. So now I want to start catching some of these legendary fish. Alright, so we got some documents, some handbills that came with the purchase of these lures. So it says, for example, special swamp fishing lure. An angler is a prophet, a muse, a man of instinct that profits by his higher intelligence and temperament.
You know,
He is
fishermen
alpha,
come
not a
from
bottom
states all
feeder,
over
and
to
an
this
ingenious
store. Yes,
modification
yes,
to a lure can bring a beastly bottom feeder to be his breakfast. Monster catfish and gar love this lure. Pike and salmon find it appealing as well. Best of luck. Sitting by a riverbank, sipping on whiskey, holding a cane pole is an honest man's recreation. We got a special river lure handbill. This one says, the adaptation of the river lure makes it especially tempting to large pike, muskie, salmon, and sturgeon. It is the addition of the feathers that makes it so enticing, much as a woman who wears a hat adorned with peacock feathers is irresistible and the belle of the ball. A delicate hand, a gentle touch, and untiring patience succeeds in reeling a lovely specimen into your lap. Fishing wisdom. As evening shadows draw deeper, casting your fly may catch a bat who is also seeking to sup. Okay then.
I was doing bit.
We got the special lake lure handbill, so that's going to tell us what we can catch. And I think these are just add-ons to the existing lures that we already bought. The lures are only about $2.50 a piece, but these special upgrades were $18 each, so that's a lot of money in this time. Special lake fishing lure. So now we should be able to catch some of the legendary fish. Now, many a prized specimen of lake sturgeon and muskie have been landed with this redesigned lake lure. Muskie are ambush predators and will attack and eat anything, including ducks and rats. I once fished using a live rat as bait to the considerable delight of a watching crowd. Do not worry about the sense of pain in lower animals, for they are ignorant beasts that prey upon one another and were created for our amusement. Fishing wisdom. The pleasures of the angler are praised in ancient poetry and engraved in the Holy Writ. Okay, so nothing else really important. That's just telling us what we can catch with those lures. But for the most part, we know that the larger fish, muskie and sturgeon especially, which can be really massive fish, and salmon, same thing. We know that we have the capability to catch them yet, so that kind of excites me to get back out fishing. It's kind of a cool way to support your camp. I haven't really gone out on my own too much. Most of my fishing experience in this game has come from going with the guys, going with Dutch, going with Kieran last time. Javier wants to go. Haven't been in a horse crash in a while, so got a pretty clean driving record. opponent's pretty good in the speed and, you know, kind of relative stamina department. Oops. There's that cool little kind of emergency brake upgrade that I got. So here's Jeremiah Compson's old house. I'm gonna actually take a long gun with me. I'll take the double barrel. So that's the double action revolver, which is the most recent pistol that I got. It is a little bit more powerful, I believe, than the Schofield pistol, which is the other half of my dual wield. When I first got this gun, this upgraded weapon, I think I found it in one of the missions or something like that. Sometimes you come across special guns. From that point, it told me it was already dirty and it's going to be less effective, might break or whatever the hell it said. So finally I get to cleaning it. Jesus, it took long enough. So let's make sure that all of our guns, especially the most important ones, like my dual wields. This one's pretty clean still. I don't really think that I need to fix it up. I forgot that I specially designed both of my Schofields, so but I only have one of the Schofields on me. I need to try and customize my double action revolver when I get the chance. I'm just using regular ammo in it. This is the Lancaster repeater. This one might need some maintenance. Ooh. Hell yeah, it does. Much better, and you could see the statistics on the rifle had actually decreased because of being dirty. And now, give the double barrel some love. It's actually in pretty good shape. I haven't really used the double barrel too much. This is really one of the only convenient times to use a weapon like this, is in close quarters. I have no idea what to expect out of this. Search the house for Compson's watch, pistol, and ledger. So there are specific items that we're looking for. Who knows, we might come across something valuable and this mission might pay off after all.
By order of Judge Meredith Holden in the courts of the state of Lemoyne, we do hereby grant repossession of this property and all items herein to the Bank of Rhodes. M. Holden, Judge Holden, Henrietta Blackley, clerk, November 18th, 1895.
So this is like 1895. That's like 4 years ago, I guess. So this guy hasn't been here in a while. That seems kind of odd to me. And there's no squatters or anything in here. So right now I've just got to try and find a way in. Don't want to do anything too stupid here because this is private property. This is property owned by the bank, and definitely don't want to cause unnecessary trouble in a simple mission like this. Whoops. There's another notice. So that's the same thing that was read.
Ledger, watch, pistol.
It's an empty bottle. Do you think a house abandoned for this long is gonna have anything valuable in it? Canned vegetables, hell yeah. That's valuable enough to me. I don't know if when I ate with that family, did that help my health or anything like that at all? I'm underweight again. Core time remaining 0 minutes. I need to eat. Oh boy, I'm in trouble here. That's why all of my cores are red, and that's why, oh, I kept getting that weird kind of flashy. Oh, Jesus. So, health core and slightly restores Deadeye. Canned peaches. I'm gonna eat some peas. I had no idea that I was in that much trouble there. We're gonna have some canned salmon, I believe. Then we're gonna have some crackers to go with the salmon as a little snack. And then we're gonna have some salted beef. And then we're gonna have I'll have a cheese wedge and some bread maybe later. To kind of finish it off, maybe with some beans. If that's something that I want as a snack. I plan on going back to camp though and having a meal there though too. Here's a letter.
April 2nd, 1870. Dear Mr. Thompson, I'm afraid there's no more work for you down here at the plantation. I'm grateful for the help you've given us, and the help your pappy and your pappy's pappy gave us before you. These are trying times for all of us. You are in our thoughts and prayers. Yours truly, Colonel J. Nixon, the Ascension Plantation.
That's the old watch. Now the ledger and the pistol. Okay, where is all this old crap?
Dear Jeremiah, there ain't nothing here of any value. I wouldn't give you a nickel for it. Come by for a sup of whiskey any time. Bill. P.S. I was sorry to hear of Betsy's passing. Things is easier up there for sure. Dear Mr. Compson, after numerous complaints from customers and fellow employees alike, we must terminate your employment. There's just no place for a man like you at the Central Union Railroad Company.
So another letter informing him that he lost another job, another termination letter. Damn, this guy has not had it easy.
Trap door, huh?
Okay.
What you doing here? We found this place first.
Yeah. Easy. I'm just looking around for some things. That old revolver yours?
Finders keepers. Ah! Son of a bitch!
Oh, God damn it! Come on, Dan!
Where are you going? Come on! It's ours!
You bastard!
Woo, damn it. So I was able to, Nope, I don't want to pick up the stranger. I was able to take care of both of them pretty easily, actually. They basically stood no chance against me. They actually had his pistol. Now, unfortunately, I got blood all over me from having to stab them. You can see it all over my hand. Jesus. Just not too sure where this pistol is. There it is.
Oh, that'll be the pistol. Just the ledger now.
Another letter.
Paw, God damn it. Told you to stay away from the boy. He don't want this. Heck, none of us want nothing to do with you. Rance.
Wow. He's being basically abandoned by his family. What the hell? This is an awful story. Okay, so it's got to be, there's a trap door supposedly right here, so we have to try and find a way to open it. Is there a lock on it? Hopefully those gunshots won't attract any attention, but I should be able to open it. Oh my god. It's floating. I want this hat. I want this magical hat. Shit, I can fly. Holy Christ. What is this place? So there's a diary. Oh, there's the ledger. This is quite the space. Get down, Arthur. We've been through this. So it's the ledger that we have to get, but there's another document here. It says diary, so let's check it out.
Well, that's that.
Very similar
I was
to our
somewhere near
journal.
Rhodes when they caught me. Till the day I die, I ain't gonna forget the sound of that dog barking in my heels. But I don't suppose that day ain't gonna be far off yet. It was 50 lashings yesterday and 50 more to come. I don't think I can take any more. Man said he was doing his job. Funny kind of employment if you ask me, but I suppose you ain't. Light's fading, so that's it for now. I do hope I live to see the end of this war and justice win out. Ugh. June 64.
Huh.
God.
Poor friggin' guy. All of the crap that he has had to go through. Like, that is not even cool. Now, here's his ledger.
This your ledger? A list of slaves?
Rewards. January 15th, Betsy, $17. January
Wow.
18th, Louise, $12. May 18th, Wilfred, $18. May 24th, Minnie and Child, $20.
Minnie and Child? You've got to be kidding me. Negroes recovered in, what does that say, 1856? Seriously? Wow. Suddenly you don't feel so sorry for the guy, and suddenly this basement with the chains makes a little bit more sense, unfortunately. So there's a lot of bad history in this house. Later, gentlemen. Wow, I kind of can't believe it. I was really feeling sorry for this guy. He lost all his jobs. His wife died, or maybe left. I don't think we got total clarification on that, or maybe we did. So now we just have to ride back to Jeremiah Compson and deliver his valuables. And we'll have another stranger mission completed. This is Jeremiah Compson?
They forgot about us. Just when they needed us, they threw us away like shit on their boots. Times wasn't perfect. I ain't saying that. It's just...
Oh, man.
Oh, man. You show some respect. I was respected once. I had a profession.
You asked me to get you something.
There's no bringing back what I want. I want my job, my pride, the respect accorded to a gentleman.
What about this old crap? Huh?
My things. Don't you understand? Those bastards, they changed everything. I was a good worker. I took pride in my work. They took it away. Pissed on my legacy.
Old man, some jobs ain't for saving. And some legacies,
Oh,
they are for pissing
what
on.
are you doing? That's my history. Ah! Damn you! Damn you! I still exist! Oh.
You do definitely kind of feel a little bit sorry for the guy. Basically, he's realizing his entire life, his entire legacy, like he said, is completely destroyed. It's kind of hard to recover from, but I mean, karma? Can we call it karma? So now there's just the two non-side missions. They're, I guess, story missions or main missions, the yellow ones. So we got Lenny back at camp, so that's actually going to be the next place that I'm headed. And then we also have back on the Gray's property, we have to go see Bo again. So we'll head back to camp. We will grab a bite to eat, maybe clean up, etc. Sleep. It's been a while since we've slept. Basically just catch up, do everything that we usually do in camp. Maybe I can sell that emerald for camp funds. We can definitely check that out. And then before we leave camp, we'll complete the Lenny mission. And then all we have is the Bo Gray mission, and we will go from there. So I'm just going to ride back there and then save and quit.
Hey!
Whoa. I gotta go down. Shoot.
You done good, girl. Ah! Yeah, that's my girl. Go!
Oh. You're good. You're good, girl. I do unfortunately have to go, which means once we arrive at camp, I can't do the camp stuff. I'm gonna have to save and quit, and that is gonna be for part 23. So we tied up a couple loose ends with the stranger missions, particularly the Margaret missions, which have kind of been ongoing for the last few parts in finding his animals. That was kind of a longer and quite different stranger mission than the typical collect cigarette cards, collect dinosaur bones kind of stranger missions that we've seen to this point. So that was kind of cool. And then of course we saw the how the Jeremiah Thompson side mission, stranger mission played out. Again, another very interesting one. I'm glad that we've finally had a little bit more variety in the strangers missions. And then we had that little side event with those people that we went to go eat a meal with. Fortunately, we didn't tackle any main story missions. We'll take care of that next time.
Whoa, Pat. Yeah. Ah. Who goes there?
John is keeping guard of camp. What time is it right now? Anyways, it is 7:21 p.m. So I can do some things around camp before I sleep. So instead of sleeping and then quitting, I will just save and quit right here. And then I'll take care of the sleeping and eating and donating when we begin our next stream. Did that playthrough help our completion percentage at all? Hey? Yeah, we actually got through 1% of the game. Holy mackerel. That's going to be it for today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. We'll see you on the other side.